And welcome back for part 4 of my Atari cartridge collection. This is an unusual one. It's got a different shape to it. Not sure of the story behind it, but it's got some really bright, colorful artwork. I always like that. But yeah, you'll notice it's got a really different cartridge. Different shaped cartridge. Very unusual. The only one I have like that, actually. So, not sure how many came out from that company in those type cartridges. And then we've got blueprint here from CBS. Not too much artwork or graphics to get excited about there. Same thing with the Mountain King here. RAM Plus. Ooh, that must have really been something back in 1983, huh? And then we're moving on to Solaris, which got some nice artwork, but they didn't bother to give us any color, so still kind of bland, but at least they tried. And then I saw this one this morning when I was looking at some YouTube videos. It's been noted as an unusual cartridge, and it is. Spectravision. Had quite a bit of notable differences in the details of the cartridge. That one's kind of cool for something different. And we've got Bugs from Data Age. And another Data Age that I have was called Airlock. And unfortunately, price tag's kind of messing that one up, but I haven't had a lot of real good success trying to remove price tags, so I tend to just leave them alone. Don't want to damage the cartridges more than they already are. There's Kung Fu Master. This is an Activision. Must have been one of their later ones, because I've saw recently that the later ones they didn't bother doing artwork on, and they're mostly white labels. Well, this one's backwards. It's black with white print. But still an Activision, and I was doing Activisions on the very first part of this series, so I might have a couple duplicates here. You'll just have to forgive me for that if I do, but I don't remember these being in the first video, and I want to make sure we cover them. Dragster. Ice hockey for you sports fans out there. This one's in a little bit rough shape. And you'll notice it's got that same problem where the glue caused the label to stain. Star Master. I tend to remember this one had a special controller with it. Might be confusing it with another game, but I think it was Star Master. It had its own special controller. Came with it. We've got Grand Prix here. Another racing game. I really got into racing games on the Wii. Got a ton of racing games for the Wii. This is a bit more like pole position, I think, Grand Prix was. Actually, in hindsight, a lot of the Activision games, even though I liked them and they had some really good artwork and stuff, they were kind of knockoffs of other games. But, hey, they were what they were. And once you're done boxing for the day, it's time to go fishing. Fishing derby. And again, I know I've said this before, but I really like when they give you a screenshot of the game on the cart. That's actually pretty cool. And Skyjinx. So I don't think any of these are duplicates from part 1 video, but there might have been one or two there that were. So moving on to getting into some of the regular old carts. Might not bother showing you the ends of these because a lot of them have fallen off and there's not much to see here anyways. Number 3, I've read recently that in the beginning they numbered the games and then they quit numbering the games simply by taking the numbers off with the same basic font, and still total lack of artwork. And You'll see here we've got home run, which is a baseball game, and then we've got football. And look at that, tag just fell off on me. Very common. I've got that problem a lot. I'm tempted to get a glue stick, but I'm not sure if that would add additional damage. And this might be a good time. We'll go ahead and show you some of the differences in the cartridges when you've got duplicates, where this is the second gen, I guess, because first gen would have had the number on it, and then the third gen where they've actually went and updated to plain text to having some artwork. Not necessarily a screenshot, but at least some artwork. And you'll notice also it says a game of cops and robbers. So we've got another one here I'm just going to show you as another second example, the same kind of thing here, where we've got combat in two different versions. One where it's text, and two where they went back and added some really nice artwork to it. And that's cool to see. And then while we're on the subject of variances, I just kind of wanted to point it out that when you've got two copies, you sometimes can notice that there's a variance in the colors. There's definitely same edition, but different print runs or something. You might say they age differently, but I'm not really sure that's the case, because this one, even though it's really damaged, you can still see that at one time it was in orange and then in red. And you can definitely see a huge difference in the palette, the colors of this one, how they differ. So, getting back to just some of the unusual carts that I have. This is a nice one, Ghostbusters. If you like the movie, it's really cool artwork there from Activision. And how about Space Chase? This is another smaller company, I believe, put this out. There were a lot of third-party games. This one has lost a name tag years ago, Apollo's Infiltrate. So I don't have it to glue it back on if I wanted to. It's long gone. It was that way when I got it. And just to show you what you can come across at garage sales and flea markets, this would be like mystery game. And I did, in fact, buy it this way, just because it was cheap and I wanted to come home and see what it was. Don't remember now what it was. I didn't take note. But it was definitely, one of the same series, same company, put out, Spider-Man, 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 does whatever the spider can. And we've got another one from that same company called Reactor. Got some nice colorful artwork. Can you imagine paying $29 for that back in the day? I didn't, but somebody probably did. And then here's a port from the arcades, Cubert. Some nice colorful artwork there on that cart. And those all have a unique shape about them. Oh, nice. Guess we need some glue on that one, or it's going to end up being like that last cart I was showing you. Alright, well, this is a good stopping point here. We'll be back with the part 5, and I think we'll get into some much more common games on that one.